What's up, everybody? I'm Thomas J. Bellezza, and welcome to another lesson on the right mindset. Today, we are going to go over soft magic versus hard magic systems. In this lesson, we'll explore the fascinating world of soft magic and hard magic systems. We'll discover the differences between the two, the pros, cons, and how to basically approach it and create a captivating magic system for your novel. So, there you go. I guess we'll do it. Hit that intro, please. Okay. Wait. Okay. Whoa, hey, how's it going? Let's do the quick thing real quick. If you're a beginner or advanced writer, author, screenwriter, whatever, if you love just hearing about writing and the craft of writing, and you've been watching the videos for some time, but you haven't subscribed yet, please do so by hitting the subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss out. If this is your first time, and by the end of the video, like, not too bad, not too shabby, please. We do lesson videos. We analyze and review stories, storytelling stuff, and of course, we do interviews with other authors. Let's get into it. We have to know what it is we're talking about today. So, what is basically soft versus hard magic systems? And these are the fundamental distinctions between the two. Obviously, I'll delve into what defines each system and discuss the advantages and disadvantages of choosing one over the other. Remember, there is no wrong choice. Whatever works for your story works for your story. As long as it aligns with your narrative and your storytelling goals, each magic system is perfect for you. But maybe you don't know what they are. So, soft magic systems are usually categorized by its mysterious and undefined nature. It often lacks clear rules and limitations, allowing for a sense of wonder and unpredictability. Some key features found with soft magic: 1. Uncertainty. Soft magic systems typically leave a lot to the reader's imagination. The source, rules, and limits of magic are vague or unexplained, creating an allure of mystique. 2. Narrative focus. These systems place more emphasis on the magical effect rather than the mechanics behind it. They're often used to evoke a sense of awe and wonder. 3. Soft magic has a flexibility to it. Soft magic systems are highly adaptable and can serve various narrative purposes. They can be used to introduce unexpected twists, create symbolism, or explore the unknown. So, real quick, soft magic systems are basically like, if I shoot a fireball, the reader will never know how I did it, where the magic came from, but then you might run into how many fireballs can I shoot? Because if I I just annihilate. So that's why we're going to go over some of the advantages and disadvantages of soft magic systems. So here it is. Advantages, 3 of them. There are more, but these are 3. The flexibility of soft magic allows authors to have more room for creativity, and they can kind of adapt the magic to suit the needs of the narrative. 2, the mystery element is a really powerful tool to maintain a sense of wonder and intrigue, and it keeps readers engaged, sort of like, oh, that was interesting. It's the cool factor, right? 3, symbolism. Soft magic can be used to symbolize abstract concepts or themes within the story, meaning you could use the magic to tell a story about something, the way they use it, what they use. Is it water moving? Does, the characters themselves, might be water-based magic, or the elements. Water, ground. People who are more grounded use the earth magic. People who are more fluid use water. People that have rage use fire, etc., etc. 2 disadvantages: inconsistency. Without clear rules, it's easy for authors to accidentally introduce inconsistencies in their story. The second thing is Deus Ex Machina. There's a risk of using magic as a convenient plot device to resolve conflicts. This is why I personally don't really use soft magic systems. Um, unless it comes down to like a magical item or something mystical, where it's just, but like it's still clear that it has a limitation. So it's lingering on hard magic, but they could just anybody could use the rod of fire or whatever. But I like magic to have almost a personality to it. Magic systems. I have several. I have magic, bardic, bard magic, like all about vibrations, like the manipulation of vibrations. I have psionic magic, or psionic abilities, they're all mental stuff, and I have divine magic, so priests and stuff like that in my stories. And they each have their own limitations, their own systems, etc., etc. Which brings us to hard magic systems. So now we're going to compare. This is what a hard magic system is versus soft magic system. In contrast, a hard magic system is defined by clear rules, limitations, and a structured framework. The way magic works is typically well defined and often follows a logical set of principles. Some key features found with hard magic are the following three: rules and limitations. We establish it in the narrative and how magic is governed. The rules are consistent and logical, and normally you don't break them. They have a cause and effect. This is number two. Cause and effect. Magic in hard systems operates more like a science. Actions have predictable consequences, and readers can understand how characters use the magic. And three, problem solving. Hard magic systems are often used to drive problem solving and strategic thinking within the narrative. Characters must work within the established rules, limitations, and confinements of their specific magic system to achieve their goals. So let's talk about advantages and disadvantages of the magic system, a hard magic system. The advantage, number one, is consistency. Again, readers will understand the magic system and they don't get pulled out, and they can tell if a character is overdoing magic, what they're able to do. They're not questioning, like, oh, why didn't they just use magic for this? Because they understand the limitations. Two, conflict and strategy. Again, authors can use the limitations and rules of the magic system to create a compelling conflict and intricate problem solving scenario. Yeah. Three, readers' engagement. Some readers enjoy the intellectual challenge and understanding of predicting how magic will be used. Now, I will state this. Not all hard magic systems need to have exposition and chapters dedicated to how the magic is used. It's just the magic is sort of explained throughout the story, and you physically could see, like, if a caster uses magic a whole bunch of times and then you see them faint, okay, it has a limitation to their body. If you see some magic users using a version of a spell, but it's not as powerful, okay, so how did they get there? Oh, you learn that they have to study and use it. The more they use it, the stronger it gets. Okay. Like, you don't have to really go into explanation to that, but it's still creating a hard magic system because you're defining things. And that's sort of. So here's two disadvantages. Again, there are more advantages than disadvantages. I'm just keeping these videos from going to 80 minutes. Disadvantages of hard magic systems. One, less mystery. The structured nature of hard magic systems can sometimes diminish the sense of wonder and mystery associated with magic. That is magic, not with a K. Okay. Two, complexity. Creating and maintaining consistency with hard magic systems can be challenging for authors. That's why it's good to kind of organize the rules. Brandon Sanderson has a really good lesson on magic systems and how to implement magic. I recommend watching it. So the choice between a soft or hard magic system ultimately depends on your storytelling goals. Remember that soft systems can be ideal for maintaining an air of mystery and unpredictability, while hard systems are well suited for stories where magic needs to be more logical and problem solving. There is no one size fits all. Ooh, creating a soft magic system. So maybe after everything I just said, you're like, you know what? I like soft magic. Well, how do we create that? So, creating a soft magic system is an art that infuses your world with enchantment and mystique. Here is the process of crafting a soft magic system. Okay. You want number one, you want to conceptualize it, right? And you have a starting point for that, which is begin by thinking about the core concept of your soft magic system. I'll explain these. I'll go a little slower because I know I talk fast. So you want to answer these questions basically. What is the source of magic in your world? What is the source of magic in your world? You also want to ask the question, is it tied to natural forces, ancient artifacts, or mystical beings? Basically, where does the magic come from? Does it come from the earth or planet? Does it come from the people or the creatures? Does it come from a divine force? Does it work with the elements? Do you need artifacts, blood, stones? Do you need whatever? And you want to establish that foundation and allow that source to be the first element. Scope. Define the scope of your magic. Basically, is it prevalent throughout your world or is it rare and hidden? You want to understand how widespread magic is so you can shape your narrative. Everyone can know magic, but there are people that can hone magic. Everybody can use magic, but some people are masters of the craft. Just like anyone can fight, but some people they study and they're skilled in fighting. So you could think like that too. You could also be like, it's rare. Many people don't know about it. And it's like, woo. Imagine nobody fought or understood martial arts or any sort of fencing or anything. And then you see someone do it. You'd be like, stay away from that person. And you also want to understand what the intended effect is. You want to determine what you want magic to accomplish in your story. It is primarily for creating wonder and mystery. So what are you using your magic for? And does it play a major role or an active role in your story and plot? An example would be, let's say a starting point would be this magic. The magic system is abundant, but only accessible to those who have a deep connection with nature. Its primary purpose is to maintain the balance of the natural world. So that would be an example of conceptualization, the first thing, right? Number two, you want to establish rules and limitations. I'm actually going to show you an example after I go through these, but like a physical, you'll see it on the screen. You want to two is establishing rules and limitations. While soft magic allows for mystery, you still should have rules in place. You should know what the rules are. You just don't have to explain it to the audience. So you have to decide on some fundamental rules to govern that magic. And these rules could include limits on who can wield it, the conditions under which it can be used, or the consequences if it's misused or used in general. Of course, creating ambiguity. Soft magic systems can thrive on that ambiguity. Ambiguity. Jesus. Dyslexia. Leave certain aspects unexplained. Allow readers to speculate and imagine the full extent. An example of establishing rules and limitations would probably be in your world of sentient trees. The rule might be that only individuals with a deep connection to nature can communicate with the trees and access their magic. The consequences of misusing this magic could involve a loss of connection to nature or disturbing the balance of the force. Damn it, I feel the balance. All right, 3. Impact on characters and world. Basically, characters' relationships. Consider how the existence of magic shapes characters and their relationships. Does it create a divide between those with magical abilities and those without? How do characters with access to magic view their responsibilities? Or do they join the dark side? The Force is magic. Let's put it on there, okay? World dynamics. Think about how magic influences the social, political, and cultural dynamics of your world. Are there factions or organizations built around magic? Maybe. How does society perceive and regulate magic? An example of impact on characters and world. In your world, characters within a connection to the sentient trees might form a secret order dedicated to protecting the trees. They see themselves as stewards of nature and have a unique balance with the non human entities in their environment. However, society at large views them with a mix, reverence, and fear. Anyway, soft magic systems thrive on the sense of wonder and the unknown. So, by following these initial steps and maintaining a balance between defined rules and unexplained mysteries, you can create a magic system that adds depth and enchantment to your narrative. Soft magic systems are often about sparking the reader's imagination, allowing them to explore the magic outside the characters and savor the sense of wonder it brings to the story. So let's do this. Boop. Oh, yeah. All right. Boop. Boop. Look at that. Can you read? I can read. So you want to establish the source of magic. So, ultimately, in a soft magic system, the source of magic is often mysterious, etc., right? So let's look at it. Soft magic system concept. This is known as dream weaving. Right? The description. In the world of dream weaving, magic is born from the ethereal realm of dreams and the deep well of human emotions. This magic is not something that can be controlled or harnessed through incarnations or rituals. Instead, it's a force that emerges spontaneously, often during moments of intense emotion or in the realm of dreams. Characteristics. Dream manifestation. Dream weaving magic is closely tied to the dream world. When individuals experience vivid or emotionally charged dreams, fragments of these dreams can manifest in the waking world as magical phenomena. These manifestations are unpredictable and often reflect the dreamer's emotions. Ooh. Emotions as catalysts, right? So soft emotions such as love, fear, strong emotions such as love, fear, anger, or hope can trigger magical occurrences. For example, a person deeply in love might unintentionally create an enchanting aura that affects the world around them, while intense fear might cause shadows to come to life. No formal spells. There are no formal spells or incantations in dreamweaving. Instead, individuals learn to navigate and influence this magic through their emotions and subconscious thoughts. Oh, okay. All right. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's a deeply personal and intuitive process. So that's the characterization of the soft skill. So now let's talk about limitations. We said we're going to set 2 limitations to the dream weaving. Because dreamweaving magic is tied to emotions and dreams, it's highly unpredictable. Individuals can't control when or how magic will manifest. This unpredictability often leads to both wonder and chaos in the world. Emotional toll. Using dreamweaving magic can be emotionally taxing. Strong emotional outbursts can lead to unintentional magic, and this can strain relationships and lead to inner turmoil. All right. So, what's the cultural significance? According to this, some cultures in this world revere dream shamans, individuals who are believed to have a deeper connection to the dream realm and can guide others in harnessing their dream weaving abilities. They also dream interpretations. Dream interpretation plays a significant role in this world. People believe that deciphering the symbolism in their dreams can provide insight into the magical events occurring around them. So, what are some of the story possibilities? Well, protagonist who discovers their latent dreamweaving abilities, and must learn to control and understand them. Another story possibility is a society where emotions are tightly regulated to prevent chaotic magic events. Another possibility is a quest to unravel the mysteries of the dream realm and its connection to the waking world. This example of soft magic is just the beginning. You have the freedom to explore the mysteries and unpredictability aspects of magic. Basically, as your story progresses, you can delve deeper into the nuance and consequences of this magic system, or any magic system you create, allowing it to evolve alongside your narrative. By the way, feel free to adapt and expand upon this example to fit the unique needs of your story world. It's just what it is. All right. Boop. Where are we now? Oh, creating a hard magic system. So let's talk about that. Now it's a little bit more intricate, and constructing a hard magic system is a lot of bells and whistles, right? So the first step is define the fundamental principles. Again, you have to understand the core. What is the underlying principles that govern how magic works in your world? Is it based on scientific laws, alchemy, math, unique sets of principles that are created naturally for your world, right? And you want to be aware of internal consistencies to ensure that your magic system maintains a steady truth, right? So this means that the rules you establish should apply consistently throughout your narrative. And readers should be able to understand how the magic works. Okay? Then you want limitations. So you want to establish clear limitations. Basically, what are the boundaries? And an example of defining the fundamental principles for hard magic might be, what can magic achieve and what are its boundaries? So you want to think about that. And wait, I'm sorry. These are examples for defining fundamentals. Okay. Let's say your hard magic system is based on a set of, alchemy principles, right? So magic in your world is the manipulation of natural elements through precise formulas and rituals. The core concept is the transmutation of matter. To perform magic, characters must follow specific recipes and understand the principle of equivalent exchange. The magic system operates consistently, and the limitations include the finite abilities that are available based on certain rare ingredients. Number 2, you want to determine accessibility and training. Basically, who can use the magic? Right? Is it a skill available to everyone or limited to a few? Consider whether it's an inherent skill or something you can learn, or a combination of both. How's training and mastery, right? So is there a formula? Is there a formal education system? Is there apprenticeship? Do you have secret societies? Is it just innate, where you're just like, well, I'm a mutant, right? So an example of your world magic might be a rare talent inherited through bloodlines. Those with the talent undergo formal training in specialized academies. Becoming a skilled mage will require years of study and practice. Harry Potter. Okay. The third thing is application and specialization. Consider the various ways magic can be applied. Is it used in the same way medicine's used in our world, especially if you're working in a fantasy world, because they might not have the medicine we have, right? So is magic used like medicine? Is it used for transportation or construction? In addition, does it help with combat? And what's a traditional wizard, right? You want to define the specializations or disciplines. Are there different schools of magic, each with its unique set of skills or abilities? And an example of all this might be, in your world, magic has a wide range of applications. It's used in agriculture or for crop enhancement, architecture for construction, and combat for casting destructive fireball. And you know what? There's different magical disciplines, including elemental magic, healing magic, and illusion magic. Ooh. And the thing is, when you're creating a hard magic system, you want to allow yourself to establish these clear rules and boundaries, because it adds a little bit more narrative power to what you're doing. And by defining fundamental principles, accessibility, if you need training or not, and the application, you can bring order and logic to your magic. And by the way, Hard magic systems are often used when authors want to explore the cause and effect relationships of magic and create a sense of predictability in their worlds. However, it's essential to strike a balance between defined rules and leaving room for mystery and wonder, even within a hard magic system. Okay, so how do we create magic? How do we do that? Let's talk about it. Okay. So this is going to be elemental manipulation. Fundamental principle, the four elemental forces. I'm sure you've heard of this kind of magic system. In the world, this is the description. In the world of elemental manipulation, magic is derived from four distinct elemental forces: fire, water, earth, and air. These elements are the building blocks of all magical abilities, and each element has its unique properties and applications. Keep in mind, you could have five elements. Spirit could be in there: fire, water, earth, air, and spirit. What are the characteristics? Well, elemental affinity. Each individual in this world is born with an inherent affinity for one of the four elements. It basically determine their magical specialties. For example, someone with an affinity for fire can manipulate flames and generate heat, while those attuned to water can control liquids and create ice. What about combinations, right? Advanced magic users can combine elements to create new effects. For example, for example, or for instance, as you can see, blending fire and air might result in explosive bursts of energy, while water and earth can be combined to shape mud into intricate structures. What about the physical manifestation? Well, elemental manipulation often involves physical gestures and rituals. Fire manipulators might snap their fingers to ignite flames, while earth manipulators might need to touch the ground to control rock and soil. There has to be limitations, right? Well, elemental compatibility. Individuals can only manipulate their affiliated element and its combination. Forcing the user of the unaffiliated element can be dangerous and result in uncontrollable magic. Resources and dependency. To perform magic, users require a source of their element. Fire manipulators need fire, water manipulators need water source, and so on. Exhausting their elemental source can leave them powerless. Ooh, yeah. Training. Mastering these magic systems requires rigorous training and discipline. Novices may struggle to control their abilities, leading to unintended consequences. Well, what are the cultural significances? Well, let's read. Elemental guides. Societies in this world often have elemental guides, where magic users of the same elemental affinity gather to train and share knowledge. Elemental hierarchy. Some cultures place different values on the elements. For example, a society near a large body of water might highly esteem water manipulators for their ability to control the essential resources. So, what are the story possibilities? Well, a protagonist born without a clear elemental affinity, navigating a world where everyone else has magical powers. You could do conflict arising from imbalance of elemental forces threatening to disrupt the world's harmony. An epic quest to master all four elements, a feat believed to be impossible. I don't know if you've ever seen The Last Airbender, one of the most popular cartoons. That's basically what it is. All right. Boop. It was a lot of fun. Let me remove this. So this example of hard magic illustrates how precise rules and defined principles can shape the magic world. Okay, so keep that in mind. I do have some final thoughts. Crafting magic systems with confidence. As we wrap up this enchanting exploration of magic systems, it's vital to emphasize that the process of crafting a magic system should never hinder your creative journey. Writing is fundamentally about discovery and your imagination, which are both boundless sources of wonder. Am I right? Am I right, Judy? Okay. So you want to embrace creativity and exploration. You want to unleash your imagination, allow the writing, especially in the realm of fantasy, as an opportunity to let your imagination run wild. Don't let concepts Don't let concerns about the intricacies of a magic system stifle your creativity. Instead, use magic as a tool to amplify your storytelling. You know, you could also embrace the discovery of it. Writing is an act of discovery. So often, the most exciting and unpredictable elements of magic might emerge from your writing and the story of and the narrative's purpose. So don't be afraid to dive into the mystical realms of your narrative, even if you haven't fully fleshed out every detail of your magic system. Because remember, you're allowed to change it. You're allowed to do whatever you want. You're the writer. So if you don't like what you're coming up with, you can change it. So the confidence in your creative vision should really come from that instinct inside. Trust your instinct. Where your mind goes, it's going to be unique to you. Right? So your creative instincts are a powerful guide in basically coming up with practical and specific magic system concepts or ideas that feel right for your story. Maybe you want to go a little deeper with it. Maybe you're just like, they can cast fireball. And you got to also remember that magic should enhance your story, not dominate it. So whether you're doing soft magic or hard magic, if it's all about the magic, then there's no story. Narrative has to exist, right? A narrative is made up of plot and story. Plot is what needs to happen. Story is how it unfolds. If if your narrative is made up of just showing cool magic, well, then you have no story and there is no plot. Um, Infinite worlds of enchantment. The endless possibilities is that like the beauty of writing, especially in genres like fantasy, lies in the endless possibilities. So there is a world of enchantment waiting to be explored within your stories if you just play with it, right? So whether your magic system is soft or hard, it should serve as a tool to keep you telling your unique tale. And your journey as a writer is a path of continual growth and exploration. Even if you finish your first draft, everyone knows a first draft is not a last draft. And as you craft more stories and create various magic systems, you'll refine your skills. You know, but ultimately, it's better to write and explore and refine your ideas than to remain in endless wonder about the intricacies of your magic system. So, the act of writing itself can lead to unexpected and magical revelations, no pun intended. You don't want to be stuck thinking about your magic system and not getting to your book. Don't allow your book to fade away because you need the magic system to be perfect, hard or soft. That's what she said. It doesn't matter because it'll refine itself through your narrative, through your storytelling. So come up with those core ideas that I said. Figure out what is the source, what are the limitations, who can use it, and how is society based on it. You could generalize those thoughts even with a hard system and then allow the story to kind of build on the specifics. You can even come, you know, one of Brandon Sanderson's rules is basically go deeper, not wider. So like, instead of having a wizard or a magic user in your world have, 10 spells, have them have 3 spells or 3 uniquely different spells or 4 spells, and then just go deeper on how the magic works with those spells, But in conclusion, crafting a magic system is an exciting aspect of world building in fiction. But it should never be a roadblock to your storytelling. So embrace your creativity, trust your instincts, and remember, please, that writing is a journey of discovery. Right? So whether you're conjuring whether you're conjuring soft magic systems filled with mystery or constructing hard magic systems grounded in rules, let your imagination soar and let your story shine with enchantment. There are infinite worlds of wonder waiting to be unveiled within the pages of your narrative. So, with confidence and courage, continue to explore, write, and create. Just saying. Oh, by the way, next video in this series will be focused on crafting immersive fantasy worlds. We'll dive deep into the art of world building in epic fantasy, so join us as we explore how to craft rich, immersive, and believable fantasy realms. We'll discover why world building is a crucial element of epic fantasy, why you need to do it to captivate readers, and how it enhances the overall storytelling experience. By the way, I have a question for you. What's the most enchanting aspect of magic systems and storytelling for you. Because, is it the sense of wonder they bring, the creative possibilities, or something else entirely? Let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button and click that bell icon so you don't miss out. All right. That was a good video. 35 minutes. That was pretty good. As always, keep developing the right mindset. I'll see you next time. Love you. Bye.